Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens. I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
This is episode 25.
Okay.
I fucked that up last week.
25.
If you're new, in case you're watching backwards, this is not for children. Get your kids out of the room.
You shouldn't watch backwards.
People do.
I mean, I don't really care, but when we refer to something, you're like, what?
What? So I don't know. I'm debating whether we should call this week "Shit the Bed" or "Shot from a Cannon," because my week has been like a dual shot from the cannon and everything just shit the bed. I mean, I didn't shit the bed, but everything shit the bed.
Well, you could say the week that was shot from a cannon and shit the bed.
That's a lot of words. It's a lot of words.
Well, we're not typing it.
It's a lot of words. So every morning this week I've had to be up and at 'em.
God,
which
forbid.
is it's tricky because my mornings I'm usually that's when I'm at my most pain.
Showered and ready or just up?
Well, up and at least presentable. I mean, in some way, shape, or form. So Monday morning I was supposed to take the car in, right?
Yeah.
In case you want to rob me, my car door won't fucking lock. One of them won't lock. So 2 weeks ago, I called about it, made the appointment, went in, I go in, and the guy's sitting there staring at a book, right? It's 8 a.m. I mean, I understand how he feels the way he looks because it's Monday morning at 8 a.m.
Had a hard weekend.
And he's staring at the book and he's looking at me. He's all kinds of kind of baffled and overwhelmed looking. And I was and he's not really speaking. And I'm is the guy having a fucking stroke or what's happening here? So I'm with my cane and my pocketbook, and I'm like
little old lady,
right? I'm so everything okay? I have the appointment. And he's yeah. He's I just, I had 14 cars towed in over the weekend. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, doesn't he have to give the approval?
I didn't ask any fucking questions. I was not asking questions on Monday morning at 8 a.m. So, and it's really a shame that you guys can't see the fucking azaleas.
They can kind of see it.
We'll have to give you a spin because they're
right behind
on either side of us and they're beautiful. Anyway, so he's overwhelmed and he's just kind of staring at me and I'm getting impatient because I need to have my coffee and I'm just standing there. So I'm so should I reschedule? Should we reschedule this? We should reschedule. Okay. So we agree. He takes my number down. He's going to call.
Have you used this guy before?
Yes, and he's very good. We love him.
Is this the guy that John used?
No, that's Auto Body. This is for engine, whatever. This guy, whatever. The other guy painted the car. This guy does the work, the mechanical shit. So he's always great. He always does a good job. So he's overwhelmed. I can see it. I can feel it. Okay, he'll call me if something opens up. Well, I didn't get the call. So we fast forward to Tuesday. I call. Sure, bring it in tomorrow. Okay. So I hang up the phone thinking, fuck, I got PT tomorrow. God damn it. So, and Joe could take me, but it disrupts the whole day, blah, blah, blah. So I call back. Any chance you can get in Thursday or Friday? No. Okay. I'll bring it in tomorrow. Tuesday, I had to get up for a haircut. Wednesday morning, here we are again.
It wasn't a haircut, it was a color.
You
cut your own hair.
I got my hair colored. I'll circle back to that. So
Tuesday was a hair color.
Because it's a big deal.
Tuesday was a hair coloring day. We both got our hair colored.
And for me, it was very exciting. Anyway, it was the first time in a long time. But I'll go back. So, get up yesterday morning, take the car, go over, and I try the door and it's fucking locked. The fuck? Okay, and Joe's sitting there waiting. So, I peer into the fucking door. There's nobody in there, whatever. I look around. I don't see a drop box or anything. So I go and get in the car with Joe. I'm well, let's wait a few minutes because I don't want to just leave it. I'm not going to leave the key in the car. There's a lot of car thefts going on these days. And so, back to the door, try it again, is not there. We leave. I call and leave a message. Hi. Supposed to have my car in. I don't hear back. Totally unlike this guy. So then the day gets away from me, and then I had the PT and blah, blah, and then so I called this morning. And I couldn't take it. This morning I had to get up because the fucking ADT guy was coming. This is part of the shit the bed part. This is the shot from the cannon and shit from the bed because our security system shits the bed.
Going down.
Our system needed that. Okay. The ADT guy was coming today from 8 to 12.
Yeah, because it's not up to speed. It has to...
Right. So the radio signal, we've had the guy come. They walked us through it once, painfully, with some hostility over the phone on our part. The next time it happened, because so we're paying for it, but there's no now we have a signal. But you could break in and it wasn't going to alert anybody.
Come over and rob it.
How I know too. That dropped the keys on the hardwood floor and makes a hell of a racket. Normally sets it off. It didn't happen. Okay. And we're getting the warning thing again, whatever, it's not, blah, blah, blah. So I call. Well, it's 12 years old. We need an update. Okay, well, how about just the new panel? Well, the new panel you can get for $350 exactly like you have. Will that fix the problem? No, it's going to keep happening. Look.
Why are you offering it?
Right? So we got to upgrade the whole new system, which is just really, it's just a new panel with touch screen that we had to figure out how to work. And I had to put the app on my phone.
Well, wait, the guy that, when they came to my house, we have two different companies, but they had to, because of the 5G now or whatever, the higher speed and all of this, they had to upgrade it. But everybody's, because it has to do with the speed of the...
Right. It was like a radio signal something. Yeah. So we got the new box on the wall.
But I didn't get a new box.
Touch screen. It's loud. It announces every time you open the fucking door, which we had finally figured out with our old system how to stop that. And it has a little jingle that goes off, like, do, 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 do. It sounds like the Nationwide, like, jingle, which is also, like, I'm somewhere between, oh, it's kind of cute and hostile about it. So I'm like, on the fence.
We
have to get it. We have to get it. I can't, every time the fucking door opens, to announce to the household very loudly that front door. Do, 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 do.
Mom and Dad's just dings. It doesn't...
Well, we were fucking with it, but I can't figure it out. So we'll get back to that. Anyway, so I'm thinking he's not going to actually be here. Like, first I thought he was scheduled to be here from 8 to 12, because the guy on the phone told me it's a 3-hour process. It was about 2 hours, hour and a half. I go, no, about an hour and a half, about an hour and a half. So then I'm sitting here, like, okay, I have time for coffee, whatever. You know, alarm was set for 7:30. I'm up. I'm down here. I'm in my spot with my legs up. I don't have time for the ice pack first thing this morning. And then I get the email. He's on his way. So I'm like, I have a bra on. So I'm like, okay, well, I just go shower quickly now and then just get ready for the day.
I don't even bother to shower when people come. I do have a bra on and I'm dressed, but I don't even give a shit.
It was going to take 3 hours.
Don't give a shit anymore.
You were coming, even though I can guarantee that you were going to be late. I still wasn't sure how that was going to shake out. So this was a no hair wash day again, but I got the makeup on. So anyway, and I had a black shirt on, and I changed moments before she got here. Otherwise, we'd both be sitting here in black. So anyway, so that's the shot from the Canon part.
Black's my favorite
Which
color.
most of you I know are like sitting at home like, fuck you, lady, with shot from a Canon. I get up at 5 every morning. Okay, yeah, I understand. But this, for my norm, it's a break from my norm right now, being up this early.
She's out of schedule.
With an alarm going off. So this takes me to the shit the bed part of the week.
You shat the bed?
No. But like everything else shit the bed. Like the alarm system shit the bed. So Sunday I cut my own hair. I'll demonstrate later. It's really cute. Anyway, so I cut my own hair. During COVID, I started cutting my hair and coloring my hair. And then what happened was then I couldn't, because my back, I couldn't physically lean. I could not lean in the back. I could not lean back in the backward position. So I couldn't like get in the sink to like at the hair salon.
We got it.
So, and that was troublesome before COVID, but then it just got worse. So Sunday I cut my hair because I had like an unintentional like, bad ombre going. I was just getting darker and darker. And the bottom was like black. So I hacked off like 4 inches in preparation to color it for Monday because Joe and I were out last weekend and I'm looking at the pictures and I have bad roots. I'm like, well, these fuckers got to go. So I cut my hair on Sunday. Monday I'm hustling around. Right? Hustling. Getting the bathroom ready for whatever mess I'm about to make with the fucking hair color. I don't have hair color. I know I have a box of hair color. I've recently seen it in my dreams, apparently. So I go to my Amazon orders. I know I have another box. No, I don't, because I colored it in October, and I colored it in January, and I colored it in March, which I guess also means I'm healthy, because it's not even been 2 months yet, and I have really bad roots. So I was like, okay, my hair's growing fast. I'm healthy, good. So that's when I had to call and make the appointment. So my first time in a hair salon since like...
Before COVID,
I don't remember what year that was. So I might have had it done in February because I used to get it done around my birthday or whatever. So like somewhere like right around my birthday before COVID started. So what was that, 2020?
Yeah.
So it's been like 4 years. It was a fun experience. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was.
I love to have somebody wash my hair.
It was relaxing. I mean, I did have a little pain because I lay there with the glaze on in the sink for 10 minutes, and she's like, "You want to lay here? You want me to sit you up?" I'm like, I'm good. And then I was like, oh, not good. And then she was gone. And I'm like, well, and I didn't want to sit up because I didn't want to get all over me. And so I just...
Here's a little story.
I crossed my legs and pulled on my knee to like stretch.
Doing a little stretch while you're in the lounge.
Yeah, a hell of a stretch going.
There's a little story that I know. So in Patrick's preschool years ago, one of the moms at the preschool had a stroke. Very unfortunate. And she was healthy. She ran seriously, she ran
salon?
7 miles every day. 7 to 10 miles every day. This is you'll see where it goes. So, but she was so healthy and no heart issues, no anything. So out of nowhere comes this stroke, which was
that's usually how it happens.
Debilitating for a while. And they think it was from her leaning back for a long time at the salon because
how fucking long was she in the sink?
A long time. Her hair is not naturally blonde, and she always had it done blonde. So,
but you're sitting there.
She used to model. But
why on earth would she be laying back that long?
But she had
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe 10 minutes was long enough. At any rate, they think that's what happened. It did something to a nerve or a blood vessel or something. No, obviously not a nerve.
Christ.
Yeah. So this is what I think of when I'm in the back.
Now, the rest of us get to fucking. Now I'm stuttering. I can't even fucking think. The rest of us now get to fucking.
It's just something to think about. Maybe if you're going to be hanging out over the sink backwards for a while,
so ladies
get
and
up,
gents,
get up for a minute and walk around.
Don't hang out in the sink at the nail salon or the hair salon.
Or if you feel like a pinch, maybe move or something. I don't know. But they think there's no proof to any of this, but they think that's what it could have been.
So my friend, who told me this? My friend's sister did something. Was getting a massage or something, and there's a nerve in your neck. I don't remember the name of it.
The vaso.
Yeah, and it got pinched, and then she had stroke-like symptoms, couldn't talk or whatever.
Yeah, I forget. What
Ambulance came. She's all right. She's all right, thank God. But yeah, it was they got pinched and gave her stroke-like symptoms, but it wasn't a stroke.
That nerve, and I am going to look this up, so just deal with my phone.
Fucking look up.
Because it's important that you know the name of this nerve because it has a lot to do with a lot of things. When Sean was a baby and would eat and then vomit.
Medical advice from us. Look, people.
And then, we lived this, and then he had feeding issues and severe reflux, so he would sometimes drink a bottle or a cup of milk or something, and he would vomit it back up. It's the GERD, and sometimes it was such a hard retch that it actually he would almost pass out from it. And the one time we were in my living room and this happened, and Mom was there, and she's like, he doesn't look good. So I called the doctor. The pediatrician was right around the corner from my house, took him there, and she's telling me about this nerve that sometimes when you vomit so hard, it runs down your back. So I got to look it up so you know what because it has to do with a lot of things.
Speaking of vomiting hard.
Oh, Jesus.
While she looks this up, sidebar. So Joe and I went out Friday night, right, to use a gift card that I had gotten for my birthday. So we went out to lunch, a lovely lunch, used a gift card that he had gotten for his birthday. And then we go out for the third time to use a gift card that I was given for my birthday, which incidentally we ended up fucking forgetting to use. So we're out, right? And I wake up the next morning and I'm not feeling good, right? And I'm laying in the bed thinking, fuck, I might have to puke, which is really unfortunate. Not something I usually do. But remember, because of the back surgery, I'm not hustling out of bed. There's no fucking hustle. I have to plan.
There's no hustle in her
walk. As soon as I feel the urge to go to the bathroom, I have to roll onto my side and get ready and think about it and hold on to the nightstand and get myself out of bed. It's I have to roll like a log.
Can you video that for us?
No. Although I'm sure it would be amusing. So anyway.
I'm going to have Joe video it.
So I'm laying there. I'm like, fuck. I'm just going to puke on the floor. What's going to happen here? And then I remembered the blue bags, as I demonstrated in the post-op episode.
Oh, here, wait, we got it.
And I have one. It's still out here on the porch. Yes, it's still the blue bag. So if you have not seen the post-op one yet, these blue bags, right?
I feel like I'm teaching again. Here's show and tell.
I brought home 2 of these. It's great, right? I brought home 2 of these from the hospital, and I have the one. The one is in my right, so I have it all
I don't think you should have it balled up. I think it should be open and ready. I have it
folded up on my nightstand. So here's me in the dark on my side. I'm swatting at my nightstand because I know it's on there till I hear the rustle of the plastic, and then I grab it out, give it a little shake so it's ready, and then I'm laying there thinking, okay, so now if I puke in the bag, how the fuck am I getting out of the bed into the bathroom with the bag? Because
and there's no seal.
There's no seal.
Give me this. There's got to be.
There's not a seal. They took it from me at the hospital every time I puked. They took it from me, dumped it in the toilet, and then put it in the red garbage can with the biohazard thing. But I'm it's all hands on deck trying to get out of bed. So I can't hold this and then try with one hand and 2 legs.
I want to see Joe's face when you vomit that next to him.
Anyway, I did not puke. The bag was folded up, put back next to in the nightstand again, ready to go just in case I ever need it. Because this is where they should be. They should not be on the porch. I don't need it on the porch. Anyway, okay. So
this is the
vaso.
It's called the I don't know if I'm saying it right. Vaso or vaso vagal. and it is
Vasovagal?
yeah, but it's all one word.
Okay.
It is symptoms: loss of consciousness, before which there may be sweating, decreased ability to see, and ringing in the ears. So it's like you're passed out. It says
it can cause you to faint and
it's a reflex and a brief loss of consciousness due to a neurologically induced drop in blood pressure and or decrease in heart rate. Before an affected person passes out, there may or may not be sweating, so on and so forth. Occasionally this may twitch with unconsciousness.
This is different from the vaso, whatever
no,
it was.
It's the same thing. No, it's the vaso because it goes down and explains more. That was just like the reflex.
So when Dad passed out at Christmas last year, I thought he was having a stroke or heart attack. That was this thing too.
Is typically triggered by seeing blood, pain, emotional stress, or prolonged standing. Situational is often triggered by urination, swallowing, coughing, or vomiting. And then there's carotid sinus syncope is due to
this is not what Dad had. The Dad symptom was from going from extreme cold and heat.
Yeah, but it's under the same thing. It's all under the same thing.
There's our medical tip for the day. You're not answering that call. Who is that?
Who do you think?
Let's put that away. We're doing our show.
School. It's the school.
Anyway, okay. So speaking of medical things, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to my lovely sister who brought me out. I have Starbucks just a couple times a year. It's always a nice little treat. This is a non-fat caramel macchiato.
Yeah, skinny. It's a skinny caramel macchiato.
Is it sugar-free?
Yeah, it's sugar-free.
Oh, good. I feel very less guilty about that now.
And I have them put less pumps in. So 3 pumps of the sugar-free vanilla and non-fat milk, and that's it.
And the whip, good. And so
there's never any whip. A little bit of caramel drizzle on the top.
It is tasty. And the Starbucks coffee itself usually gives me the bad agita.
Oh god, it's like gasoline. I can't stand it.
But they're tasty drinks. I usually have their fall drinks. So like when I get gift cards to Starbucks, I save them for the fall because I like a pumpkin spice, like 1 or 2 of the season. And then this year they brought the gingerbread latte back, which was great. So the last time I had one was the gingerbread latte you gave me.
Yeah.
But then today she texted saying she was stopping at Starbucks. I'm like, I could go for one of these. But they sometimes, this is really gross, but they'll rip through me in the afternoon sometimes.
It is the pumpkin spice latte that rips through me. I stopped having them like several years ago.
For me, I think it's the milk.
I have like one, and I don't know if it's the syrup because it's not a syrup. It's like a thick syrup that they pump. It's not clear. It kind of looks like pureed pumpkin, but it's not. And then some spices. I don't know. I can't do it. Now the gingerbread latte is my favorite, which they weren't doing for a while.
So if I jump up and take off out of here, it's because the milk got me. But since we're speaking about medical things, Kelly had a near medical emergency this week in the nude. Because remember we talked about.
Wait, I have to answer this question. My son is out with food allergies, and they're asking if he can have it.
Why are you showing me? So I believe you?
Yeah, so you don't yell at me.
I yell at her when she's on her phone. My shirt is a wrinkled mess. Oh well. That's what happens when you leave the laundry sit in the fucking dryer for a week. And then throw it in the basket and let it sit in the basket for another week. She's texting. So I get this phone call from her on Monday.
No, it was on Friday.
On Friday. Look, it all runs together. And first I get a picture of the towel rack dangling from the wainscoting on the bathroom wall.
I have a picture. I'll post it.
And so I knew when I got the picture, I know what causes this kind of thing because I too have ripped a towel rack off the wall before.
Right. Let me tell you what happened, and I'm not happy about this. So here I am. I'm in from the gym. My legs are really tired. Thank you, Mike, for the workout. I get in the shower. Important note here is that John, my husband, is working from home on this Friday, and he's up in the he didn't do shit.
Well, just in case.
He's up in the Ivory Tower, which is the 3rd floor, and it absolutely is the Ivory Tower, which I nicknamed it that during COVID because, like, he's in the Ivory Tower. Don't bother him. It's got to be peaceful and quiet. No. So at any rate, I get in the shower. And I'm like, shit, I forgot the conditioner. So our shower.
Why isn't the conditioner in the shower?
Because I forgot. I ran out and I had a new bottle.
Okay.
So we have a tub. It's a tub, a raised tub and shower. So I have to put my my right foot goes out over the tub. I lean forward, as I've done 1,005 times, to get the bottle of conditioner. I come back in and I go to bring my right foot back into the tub and I
full explanation.
Slide like. I had air. I went boom. But as I'm going down, the towel rack for just John's towel is right outside the shower curtain, and I grab that and the shower curtain as I'm going down. The towel rod comes out of the wall, like the whole thing, like the bolts and everything,
rod
comes out. Yeah, rack rod, the towel rod comes right out of the wall, and we have wainscoting. So now the wainscoting has a big ass hole in it that you can now see into the drywall that they use for the. So
anybody good at carpentry out there want to fix this?
And there is a huge ass thud, and the shower's still running, mind you.
Did you have a watery mess?
Naked, and no, because the shower curtain covered it, but the shower curtain was covering me, but it was absorbing the water. So John comes downstairs, not running by the way, but he comes downstairs, and I've proceeded to, wash my hair, and he's like, "Is everything okay in here?" I'm like, No. Did you hear me scream? He's like, "No, but I felt the thud. It shook the whole house." I'm like, "Yeah, I fell. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I think I'm gonna have some bruises, but I'm just pissed off," and because it was his shower gel that was on the floor of.
Wait, was it him that did it, or was it Patrick? Because then he used that.
Patrick doesn't use our bathroom anymore.
Okay.
He uses the one in the hallway.
His assigned bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at any rate, so I'm just gonna have some bruises, and he's like, "Well, okay, as long as you're not hurt." I'm like, "Yeah." So I show him where the shower towel rack was. He goes, "Oh, that's gonna be expensive to fix." And I go, "Yeah, but I grabbed it to break my fall."
Well, you have to shake your head. Fix your head.
He goes,
"I can't.
We're going to need one of those security ones, like for old people, like the ones that are built into the wall. So a grab bar."
I don't understand why showers don't just come with
a grab bar. But the grab bar is not going to be able to it's going to have to go outside the shower.
Well, right, but like before my surgery, it said like you might want to think about installing grab bars.
Well, I think you probably get the suction cup ones.
I don't think a suction cup grab bar. Do not get a suction cup grab bar. Do not listen to us. No suction cup grab bar. Nothing about. It's like an oxymoron in a sentence. No.
But I want you to know, I texted that picture of the towel rod to a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Yeah. I'm like, "Well, at least they're asking if I'm okay." I mean, John just wanted to know what happened.
Well, I mean, probably most people have done this at some point in their life.
And as I'm screaming, "Motherfucker," because of the mess on the wall, because I know it's not going to be an easy fix. It's going to have to be the whole panel of wainscot.
Yeah.
And we just had it painted.
That's the real bitch. That's the real bitch.
Yeah. So that was I survived it. I didn't get cut. Thank God. I didn't have to go for.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been really bad. The bathroom, incidentally, is the most dangerous room in the house, which you would think is the kitchen, which I think of every time I'm chopping something with my bare feet, because I'm usually in my bare feet.
You can drop a knife.
I could drop the fucking knife, and there goes a toe, because I have some good knives. But incidentally, it's actually the bathroom that's the most dangerous room in the house.
Hang on.
To think. She's texting. I'm trying to think what. Okay, so back to shitty things that shit the bed this week. So the appointments with the car. I don't even know where was going with the car.
It shit the bed
and then I went yesterday and then he wasn't there and I called and he went going in 2 weeks. I don't even know if I finished that story. I'm not even on the fucking drugs and I can't remember. What else shit the bed? My watch, my favorite watch, my favorite.
So you just need a new battery?
No, it didn't have a battery. It was manual, and it was started to not keep time like a week ago, and so it said like, and Joe would say like the best way to keep a watch going is to keep wearing it and keep wearing it and keep wearing it.
Yeah.
And the watch face was bigger than this. I'm hostile. I think I'm more pissed off about the watch not working than anything else. So I was trying to wear it this week, and it wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work, and so I broke down and just like ordered one on Amazon till I find one that because I have a gold tone one, but I needed silver tone because I usually wear silver. So, excuse my nails; they're very ghetto right now. So I'm just hostile.
Oh, it's not stretchy. I thought maybe it's stretchy.
Yeah, I don't do the stretchy ones. Pinched your hair. Christ! I swear to God, I'm not drinking.
Well, that's because we're spicers. We're not Italian. We just have a lot of hair on our.
No offense to the Italians out there watching this, you hairy motherfuckers.
My Italian friends tell me that.
The stretchy ones pinch the hairs on my
I know.
arm.
That's why I don't wear them.
To say. So, yeah.
Just like those necklaces, the snake chain necklace.
Yes.
Pinch the hairs in the back of my head.
Back.
Hurts. You go to turn your head and you're like, ah!
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
As we're speaking, my son is having cherry yogurt from the local.
Okay, you can have that?
So Fun yogurt. Yeah, So Fun. Well, it's ice cream, but it's So Fun. It says it's all free. He's very excited. Yes, the teacher.
Is it soy
he's a great teacher. It just says free of all allergens. She even sent me a picture. So
good. Well,
I had to get to this because they're actually physically at the place right now.
Dairy free Dole Whip. Oh, good for him. Okay.
See,
super.
And it
was gonna
says
have a treat.
free
He
of
must
all
have a treat.
allergens down at the
Okay,
bottom.
awesome. Now he can have a new treat.
Yeah.
And
And you get to pour your own, so he likes that machine.
Oh Christ! There we go.
Like the DQ.
Right. So shout out to Karen Hall. And
Yes.
your last name I can't say because it sounds
We
like I'm
go.
saying,
We use
it sounds like I'm
everybody's
saying
maiden
a bad
name.
word. I say your last name, it sounds like I'm saying
Coons.
a bad.
Coons.
Well, I was
Coons?
like
I don't.
cunts, and I was like,
Yeah, I don't
so
know how to
yeah.
say your name.
So Karen Hall, I don't know if she sent you the real the Fuckstrated. So this week has been very fuckstrating. Like,
Wait, is that?
I'm frustrated, and it's like fuck it, and so I'm fuckstrated. I am fuckstrated with this week. I've had it. Like all these stupid little things, like just not working.
Is it this one?
Yeah, fuckstrated.
I haven't seen it yet.
Fuckstrated.
I like that word. Fuckstrated.
Let me think. So
my whole life is one big frustration.
So I have two interesting little news stories, and like we're doing like real news. We do like not fake news, but like
we just
like
give you like
fluffy
the
news.
we give you
the
the
headlines. We're doing
headlines.
fluffy news of bullshit. We're not talking about like Israel right
It's
now.
like pop news, and you got to go verify
Bullshit.
it.
So two things. One is that Disneyland. So there are people.
Disneyland or Disney World?
The one, whatever. A fucking Disney. Disney is cracking down on people who live stream from there and make money off of it.
Wait, why are you? Why would I want to watch a live stream?
So you go on like I think the Safari was the one that was the example, and they're live streaming it onto YouTube, making fucking money. I'll live streaming makes some fucking money. Look.
I'll live stream my life for
right?
a day.
Like, come on now.
That'll
so
give you a
they're
good
live
one.
streaming at Disney, and this person said they received a note at the end of the thing, where somebody walked up to them and handed them a note, and it said, "Please stop live streaming."
Well, there was an employee there, so it wasn't really like Disney's office.
No, Disney is cracking down on, like, an employee went and gave them a note telling them to stop doing it. So and there's a rule that you're not allowed to make money while in the park. So these people who are live streaming and make an income doing it because they have YouTube channels where they make money, we aren't making anything. Fuckers. If you know how to make money, you let us know. We're not making any money. So they're live streaming and getting paid for it. And so they're not allowed to do it. They're cracking down. Because, Disney has, like, the lawyers that are, like, the best lawyers
And they
in the
own
world.
everything.
And then the other fascinating, our animal fun tidbit for the week. So royal horses got loose. Did you hear about this?
Oh, at Buckingham Palace?
At what?
Buckingham
Yes,
Palace?
I think it said Buckingham. I was like, what? I don't know if it was at Buckingham Palace. Two royal horses, I assume Buckingham
So over
Palace.
in London,
There was...
the royal horses?
They were spooked by construction, threw the royal guardsmen off, right? Most of the article I read was all about the horses and the horses' conditions. And, oh, yeah, the guys are okay. They're recovering in the hospital. Like, 2 of the 3 were hurt. The other one was fine, I guess. And the horses are undergoing surgery and all this other stuff, but they're all probably
the horses
gonna be
need
okay.
surgery?
The horses need surgery, which was fascinating because I thought when horses got injured, they
usually put them down because there's
which is-
no
right.
really. But maybe that's.
But they were having surgery, is all I know. But so it was. I mean, so they were loose in London. They were on the run. They were
like running around the streets or like running around the property.
I believe they were like loose in the streets.
Oh, wow.
It's I don't know how the horses got hurt.
I don't know, but Queen Elizabeth's rolling over in her grave.
The horses probably got hurt because I don't know how the horses got hurt, but they were loose. I don't know what happened after
Speaking
that.
of,
'Cause I only read half the article. I skimmed it.
Speaking of the royals, which I love, so it's Princess Charlotte's birthday. She is 9 today.
I saw that.
They posted an
For
official
all of you
picture
royal
of her.
people that like to follow that kind of
They
stuff.
posted an official picture of her.
She has very nice hair.
And they unveiled Queen Elizabeth II's statue. That's all I got. I don't know where it is in London. I don't know where, like, what it looks like. I just know they unveiled it. And I'm assuming it's been this week since it popped up on the headlines.
I did not read any articles about I just saw the headline. It was her birthday. So, okay.
Princess Charlotte.
So, I grabbed the Real Simple, right? So we have the advice quandaries. This is one of the advice for your social quandaries with Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush.
Wait, I have to
Jenna Bush Hager.
I have to tag on that because they're the Today Show. So Mama Kelsey was on the Today Show yesterday.
Okay.
Talking, I guess, doing an interview. People are now hashtagging and like tagging her on NBC Today Show. They want Mama Kelsey to be one of the Today hosts.
That's amazing.
Today Show hosts.
Wow.
They should have her come in like weekly.
They should have.
I mean, basically, she's coming in weekly anyhow. But
I mean, get it while you can.
Yeah.
Get it while you can. Okay, so only one of these was okay.
Oh.
So here's the one. Whenever our friends invite us for dinner, we make an excuse to meet at a restaurant instead. Why? They have 2 large dogs who are allowed to roam free and are fed scraps from the table, which I'm like, whatever. I mean, who doesn't feed their fucking dog from the table?
Right.
After dinner, the plates are put on the floor for the dogs to lick.
No.
The lack of hand washing prior to meal prep is an issue as well. I think they're starting to wonder why we avoid going to dinner at their home. What should we do? What kind of fucktard are you that you have to ask what to do? That you're writing in what to do? I want like a real quandary. Like we keep loaning money to our friend and then like blah, blah, blah. So what would you do? How do you address this?
I would just say, well, my husband is allergic to dogs, so I would start with that. But like,
that's what they said.
Yeah.
Tell them you have an allergy.
I don't know. I might just avoid the topic all in general because the thing about it is that it's their house, and yeah, when you have guests there, you might take on a different demeanor or whatever. So you might not put the plates on the floor while the neighbors, while the company is there visiting.
I'm not really bothered by all that. I'm more bothered by the lack of hand washing.
But what's the hand washing? How do they know they have a hand wash, and what have they been touching beforehand?
Right, I don't know. I mean, but they've noticed it, so it's made an impact. They don't want to go to their house.
Yeah.
But so my thing is dining over at someone's house is nice, but dining out is just easier. The only downfall of eating out
is it's expensive.
Oh, it's expensive. I didn't think of that. Is the hearing issue? A lot of times you can't fucking hear. It's just so loud. Joe and I experienced that last month, right before my surgery. We had gone out with a friend for dinner. And it was, and every time we're there, they have great, authentic, like homemade noodles, amazing Italian food, the cutest little place, and it's fucking loud. And they put us next to a giant table of screaming women. Look, I know I'm fucking loud. Women, hey! With the fucking high-pitched shit, right? I don't understand. I had to fight to get my voice to go like that. We are next to a table of women who are fucking squealing. I wanted to throat punch every one of them. It was so annoying. So annoying. And we're there with a friend. I mean, the waitress couldn't fucking hear us. We ordered food. She forgot to bring it because she couldn't fucking hear us. So now we have to scratch it off of our list of places to go. At least we can't go on a Friday or a Saturday.
What you need to do is go early. Do the early bird special.
So then, this past weekend, we haven't gone to the city much since COVID. So I'm trying to walk more, I have to do my walking and all the shit.
The city might not have been the place to do that.
So because then I can walk from place to place.
I know, but it's like uneven and
curves. I mean, there were like dogs, a lot of people, homeless, uneven sidewalks. There was a lot. There's a lot going on. Street musicians. It was a lot going on.
It's like a dodge and weave.
It was all good. I mean, I managed. I got my steps in, so then I also felt like, well, I could do a booze hound here and get my steps in. Anyway, so we go to lunch.
Joe calls her Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder. I didn't have the walker. I had my cane.
Okay,
I was not going around with the walker.
She's still Rolling Thunder.
Which reminds me, I forgot to sanitize the bottom of the cane.
Oh, and that was in my house.
Yeah, been all over my house. Been all over my house, too. Fuck. I mean, I had that fucker in public bathrooms.
Well,
anyway,
your shoes are all over.
I know, right? So, we go to. It was supposed to be brunch, but I wasn't feeling well in the morning, so I slept late.
Imagine.
So we get there later than what we usually go. We usually go in the morning for a nice brunch, and it's usually not very crowded. And so they seat us, and I didn't want the main dining room is like up a huge flight of stairs. So I'm like, we'll take ground floor seating. And the pub part was full. They seat us next to a fucking bachelorette party. Again, with the guy. Why the fuck are these women so loud? They are so, and I know when my friends and I go to lunch with each other, we're not that loud. And when we're talking about like private matters, we're leaning in, we're having a quiet talk. We're not, because then they were playing fucking games. She's sucking down her espresso martinis and some frilly little pink drink, and they're all with the high pitched. I can't. I was like, I looked at the waitress. I mean, are they gonna be done soon? I mean, again, she couldn't fucking hear us. So we just sat there.
I think they place you by these people because you're young, and they think the young will.
I had a cane, for fuck's sake. What part of that makes you think? I mean, I wanted to hit somebody with it. It was so loud.
Wow, you have a lot of patience. You have a lot of patience.
Well, I mean, because it just totally took away from our dining out experience.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
bad.
we just sat there and fucking watched the people watching. It was fascinating. Fascinating. I mean, it was like some guy came and looked like he was fucking homeless. I'm like, well, he's coming to use the bathroom. There? Yeah, he went upstairs to the dining room. Look, and then you had the people that were like dressed from head to toe. This one had like a 4-carat diamond. I was like watching. I could not look away from her hand. It was like, and the guys, they're this older like city couple, like all like in there. She had a little scarf on and shit, and they're all like in their preppy, whatever. And then you had all the girls and guys that come in. The girls that had just been to yoga class and come in their yoga wear, sitting down and having a drink, which I appreciate that. Like, go to yoga and then come have the drink. I mean, hey.
I wouldn't want to do that sweaty.
But it was fascinating. And then, like, wasn't really a place that I would consider, like, a family establishment. I mean, it was like a British place, and the menu isn't overly family friendly.
I like that place.
Yeah. The Dandelion was where it was in Philly.
It's a Steven Starr.
But, like, the family came in with 3 kids in their baseball uniforms, like, all under, like, the age of, like, 10 or 11. And I'm thinking, like, we're over here eating fucking foie gras. What are they having? Like, what are they having?
Were they
I
English?
can't pronounce it. We're having, like liver mousse, whatever.
Were they British?
I doubt it. I don't know. But look, I was like, because it's not, like, I've never seen kids in there.
Foie gras.
Thank you. I can't. It's not what it was called either. It was called parfait on the fucking menu. Oh,
it's certainly not a sweet parfait.
It came with chutney and some sea salt and some little, I love the little mini pickles. I think like cutest little things. Anyway, so the dining out when you can't hear, like, that's my biggest thing, and we run into that more and more. Like, where it ruins the dining out experience. Otherwise, dining out, you watch the people.
Yeah, when there's a lot of background noise, it's really. And I hate when it's a big crowd and the restaurant's still playing the music.
There was no music. We did get a free beer. We got a free beer.
There are places that continue to play the music. I'm like, what about this says continue to play the music?
I know if there was music, I could fucking hear all these fucking 9 women next to us with the fucking high pitch. I can't. We got a free beer and a half though, so there was the perk.
Why did you get a free beer and a half?
We ordered a beer and we asked for a small pour because we're trying to be responsible and healthy. Small pour. She brings out full pint-sized glasses, and she said, "I'm sorry, the bartender misunderstood and he filled them full. You got the big ones or the full pour, whatever. I mean, she's like, I thought you guys might be okay with that." She read us right. We're okay with that. Thank you. And we were there for like 2 hours. It was slow. We were there for a long time. So we're waiting. We ordered another drink. So we got a small pour, and then we ordered another one to have when our entrees came out. And it didn't come, and it didn't come. Now I'm hostile because I'm having my fucking entree, my omelet entree, and my beer is not out there with me.
Ooh, eggs and beer, that would have gone through me.
It was very tasty. And it was a mushroom and egg omelet, and the egg was like perfectly all one color. It was like a fluffy. I don't know how they did this. I mean, it was like
what color was it?
It was yellow, but like when I make an omelet, the egg is like different colors. It's not like brown in some spots.
Well, because they whip it. They probably put some water or milk or something in it.
All completely even. It was like, I kept staring at it. It almost looked like a sponge. I was like fascinated.
No, that's what happens. They put something else in it, or they mix it, or they have a lot of it going, and they use the beaters. Well, or it might be the liquid pour eggs. Because
I doubt they use the liquid pour eggs.
You would be surprised. A lot of restaurants use the liquid pour because it's so much easier, especially for a brunch. Can you imagine standing there cracking these eggs? No, they're using liquid pour. They might have.
Okay, so our beer finally came, and then the waitress, who had great red lipstick that did not fuck. I mean, it was like I meant to ask her what it was, and then the day got away from me.
Excuse me.
I wanted to know. I wouldn't be able to hear her fucking answer anyway, but okay. So then she came with the final beer and apologized for it being late, and was telling us that it was the bartender's fault because he's new. He was a hottie. He was a hottie with a man bun. I saw him on the way to the bathroom. Then I had to look at like said bartender who's new, thinking it was like some dumbass. I'm like, he looks seasoned.
Well,
so look, I mean, like he knew what he was doing. So I think that she forgot to go to the fucking bar and get the beer, and that's why we were comped the beer.
Well, probably.
So
it sounds like it was crazy in there.
So we got a free beer and a half, and then we left, and then here's this guy out walking this fucking bulldog. It was the cutest. So then of course here's me with, but I don't go high pitch. I was like, oh my god, can I pet your dog? He's like, sure. So that's as high pitch. That's like right there. That's as high pitched as it gets. I mean, look.
So what was the dog's name?
I didn't ask the dog's name, but I gave it a little pet. It had like some like snaggle teeth and whatever.
Was it drooling?
No, it was so fucking cute though. So did I tell you that we applied to get a bulldog last week?
Yeah.
It was at a rescue.
Yeah, that's serious business. It's like adopting a child.
Since we do not have prior bulldog experience, we were very promptly turned down. I also would have very promptly like gotten a book or got online and like read up all about them and like, I mean, like I'm not like an asshole.
So I guess if you've never had a dog or you've never had a bulldog, you can never adopt one.
this place, unless you have experience with the breed, then they would not let you have it. And they asked that question, and I said no, but I'm willing to. No, it doesn't matter if I'm willing to. They're not going to let you. But there are a lot of things. Like I know they have a lot of health issues. They have a lot of breathing issues with the the face. And then they have, my friend was telling me, because she has a few bulldogs, and they have a thing with the tail, and sometimes like it can get infected. Like it can like clean out from under it with like a wipe, like get in there and like do a little butt wipe. Anyway, it was bad timing. It's not the time for us, and so when it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Well, they're a lazy dog.
Which is why it said in the write-up, like you need this dog needs a leisurely household.
Yeah, they're not going for like a 10-mile walk.
I mean, the dog. I don't want to walk. The dog doesn't want to walk. Like we're both gonna sit on the fucking sidewalk and have a time out. Like I'm fine with that. Like
I told you, friends of ours. You know who this is. Friends of ours came to visit us. Well, they live up the street, but it's a main street she has to get to our house.
Did you want a fizzy water?
No, thanks. But walked her dog, which is a bulldog. Walked the bulldog to my house. They went swimming. It was a pop-in. We all went swimming. We were at the pool anyhow. And then to go home, it was time to go home. It was like 5 o'clock. The dog refused to walk home. She started down our driveway, and it stopped.
Complete refusal.
Complete refusal. Just sat. So like 5 minutes later, I'm starting dinner, and I hear this knock, and I open. She's like, he's not moving. Can you drive us home? So we got in the car and we drove him home.
This is the dog for me. I mean, I can't have like a husky or a lab that needs to be fucking like taken out and run with. Look, I'm not running with the dog. I'll open the back door. It can flop around in the grass a little bit. I'll take it for a little walk, and then we're done. We're both done. We're both fucking done.
I have a story about dogs. It just came to me.
Okay.
Those of you that went to high school and graduated my year in 88 from our high school, you'll know maybe who this person is, but I'm not outing him yet. So
give it a second. She'll forget.
I will tell you, though, that he ran track, and he ran track in college.
Nobody cares. Moving on.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
So he was very active. I would not say he has ADHD. I would not say he's hyper. But his mom, when he was young, like, I guess before kindergarten age.
She put him on a leash and run?
She put him on the dog run, which was attached to the two, where we live, it's very rural, so you have the clothesline outside. So the two poles, and it ran.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
She would attach it to the belt loop in his little jeans, and he was on the dog run.
I have a friend who did the same thing. I love it. When I heard that story, yeah. I mean, like, she's out there putting laundry up, doing yard work. She just chained him the fuck up, and he just...
Oh, no. My understanding is that the mom was back inside doing stuff. She was, like, outside.
I don't know.
This was before you really had
I'm gonna have to get more. I'm gonna have to get
DHS.
More
a DHS.
But look, I mean, it's like a fucking playpen for a baby. They're safe. They
well,
can
this was
move
not
around.
a baby. He was a toddler.
Well, it's the same kind of thing. You attach them to the thing. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to. I mean, where are they going? They're safe.
This guy's really
everyone
like,
should do this.
Really smart, mild mannered, and he's like, "Do you know what my mother used to do to me?"
Everyone should put one in their backyard. Call it a kid run. Fucking hook them up. Let them run around.
They're
not going to leave the yard.
People are opposed to those harnesses that you see on kids at like Hershey Park and
I think it's a
Disney
great
World.
idea.
I think it's a great idea. Have you ever lost a child?
Because we talked
really
about
bad.
that.
I know, but it's a bad feeling.
It's a bad feeling.
So the harness is a good thing.
You keep the fucking harness on the kid, they're not going to lose.
It's not like you have it around their neck.
We're talking about like a choke collar here. We're talking about like a fucking harness to keep track of your kid. I mean, yeah. Okay. So,
what'd your mom do? Oh, she put me on the dog run.
Meanwhile, Tracy and I, she wasn't with us doing this. Tracy and I would have run of the neighborhood. So we'd have a farm.
But we didn't really have a neighborhood. It was at the Boondocks.
Right. So we had a farm. We'd go over there and play. We had an old apple orchard.
Oh, yeah.
That we would go and play in. And we had a fucking quarry, which was very dangerous. We used to go play in that.
Oh, no, we were not.
We took our Barbies down the stream. Look, we did all kinds. And so this is how we got home. When it was time for us to come home, Dad would go outside and whistle some fucking whistle. And we'd hear it, and then we would know to come home.
Or he'd yell names.
He had to whistle a couple times sometimes. But if we got to the third whistle, we knew we were getting in trouble. Like, whistle meant come the fuck home. Like,
that's also during the summer when we would drink out of the hose.
I love
the hose that was attached to the Roundup.
I sniff it now. I sniff it. Like I'll sniff the water because I love the.
It smells like metal.
I love the smell of it.
Yeah, it smells like metal. But no, we did. I mean, you're thirsty. Here you go. Boom. You get the hose.
I had to wash my feet off with them because I didn't wear shoes.
Well, that's a different story. Now that I'm an adult,
wash your feet, take a drink. I mean, yeah.
Now that I'm an adult and realize that it was hooked up to the Roundup, which has caused cancer.
It was hooked to the Roundup?
Yeah, he had like.
That's fucking nice.
Sometimes he had the jug that he poured it in, put the water in and poured it in, and then like it was a pumper with its own spray. Sometimes, and he might argue with this, maybe I'm making it up, but I don't think so. Sometimes the Roundup came in its own like jar and attachment you hook to the
Well, maybe the water would just rinse it out automatically without putting our mouth on fucking round. Okay, look.
I don't know. I used to go to the orchard too with my friends. Mr. Neff's
Fun
orchard.
for days.
Yeah, fun for days. I mean, this is before there was.
Well, I used to get in trouble though because see, I like to climb. I like to climb, but then I get afraid of heights. I can't get the fuck back down again. So like, I remember when you were playing softball and like Dad would have to stop and come down to the at the schoolyard over like where Susie lived, where the old school was. Now it's a Catholic school. Yeah. And there was a jungle gym. I would climb up to the top of it, but my ass would sit there. I couldn't get back down because I was terrified.
I don't
and
remember.
He'd have to stop and come and take me down and yell at me, "Why did you get up there? Don't get up there again."
Especially when we're in the middle of a softball game.
But I don't know, Dad, you remember this? And then same thing with the apple orchard. So they're Tracy and I climbing the fucking trees, and I'm up there. And apple trees are not big trees, but remember, I'm a small child. I'm not coming back down. So then Tracy would have to go home and get him and send him back to come and get me. And I was told not to climb the tree again.
After a hard day's of work, this is what you want to do. You want to be chasing after your daughters. Because the apple orchard wasn't like right next door.
Yeah, I mean, it was like up a hill too. It was like down,
Big hill.
Up it, yeah. So, or the quarry, but I didn't have to get rescued from the quarry.
Everybody liked going up to the orchard.
It was so much fun.
Mr. Neff really didn't approve of it, but he didn't say
he
not
was
to.
Farming at that point. He was old.
Yeah, but he used the apples. Each year they brought in the cider thing, the machine that takes the apples and squishes them and makes cider. At any rate, he allowed us to eat the apples, but only the ones that had fallen on the ground. Who the fuck wants one that's fallen on the ground? You got the bees on them. You got the ants. They're half like chewed from something. No, I'm picking them off.
There's a forensic files about apples from the ground.
Picking them off and eating them.
So fascinating story.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry. Back to Mr. Neff's.
And this is all in the fall because that's when the
orchard.
apple comes in. So I'm looking at my feet because he also had a chestnut tree. Did you ever play with
big,
those chestnuts?
Big hard things.
They come down and they're like this big,
with the spines?
They're encased in like a spiny, thorny thing. So to crack those babies open, you stand on them with your feet. It's like a ball this size on each side of the sphere, and you crack because there's a split in them, but you just have to split it with your feet. Let me tell you how much those thorns hurt when they go inside your sneakers, because the sneakers have this webbing stuff. They go right in.
I'm pretty sure our sneakers when we were children. Are those on the right feet?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like sneakers.
He had all the fun stuff. He also had raspberry bushes.
Oh, I love
that
the black
we were
raspberry
allowed
bushes,
to pick the raspberries.
Buckets full, and Mom would make jelly.
Yeah, but let me tell you, those had thorns too. Or was it the blackberries? One of the two had thorns.
I'm pretty sure it was blackberries.
And one time, one of us thought we'd be a genius and help Mom, and we washed the berries and then stuck them in the refrigerator. And then I learned that they get moldy, so you don't do that.
You can't do that. No.
But that was a good time. We were gone for days. No, wait.
That was back when the kids could just run. You didn't know where the fuck they were.
Now, one more thing. Speaking of the quarry, again, I look at my leg. So, dear old friend Lynn, that I've known since kindergarten, Lynn.
Does she watch?
Yeah, we're at her house in Kaywood, climbing a tree. I always wanted to do what Lynn was doing.
This is water, by the way. I'm guzzling water.
Always wanted to do what Lynn was doing. Alcohol. I climb a tree. We're coming back down the tree. We had used a metal bucket flipped upside down to reach the top branch. Well, coming down, I was the first one to come down, and she stepped on my fingers, and I let go, and I still have a dent in my shin, and there's no feeling. It didn't break anything. It just put a permanent dent, and I have no feeling.
Fascinating.
No feeling there. Thanks, Lynn. She always felt bad about it.
So weren't you also with Lynn when you cut your fucking eye and had to go to the hospital or broke an arm or something?
No, that was it. And we were in the hospital.
Did Lynn break an arm?
No.
Yeah, weren't you with Lynn? You were with Mrs. Beebe? Somebody got hurt?
Mrs. Beebe took me to the hospital. Dad met us there, and then we were there, Center Community Hospital, for 7 hours. Lynn wheeled me around in the wheelchair in the emergency room area. We had a good time.
Fun for hours.
And when Mrs. Beebe was cleaning my leg out.
You were at Lynn's?
Yeah, I was at Lynn's. I just said that, and she stepped on my
How did you get Mrs. Beebe? I'm so confused.
Lynn's mother is Mrs. Beebe.
How did you get Mrs. Beebe there?
She drove us to the hospital. And Dad met us at the hospital.
You and Lynn are at Mom and Dad's, your house.
No.
You and Lynn go to the quarry.
We are at I'm getting to that story. We were at Lynn's house climbing the tree. The tree is at Lynn's
you're
house,
at Lynn's
not
house.
the quarry.
You said speaking of the quarry, I'm so fucking confused.
I'm getting to it. So
Christ.
Sorry about this. But so anyhow, but
it has nothing to do with the fucking quarry.
But the best part was that Lynn, I mean, we were in like second grade. I never was allowed to have like a full Snickers bar, when they were like this size.
Oh, Dad would split that fucker into thirds.
So Lynn felt so bad for me because I'm crying because it hurt, and she's crying because it hurt, and Mrs. Beebe's crying.
Oh, Mrs. Beebe, I love Mrs. Beebe.
She's cleaning it out. She's cleaning it out with peroxide, and I'm like, Lynn goes, do you want a Snickers bar? It was like the best thing ever.
Right? I mean, it sucks when you get hurt or have surgery or whatever, but you get all kinds of gifts and shit. I mean, that's the perk, right?
That's the only thing I got.
That's a fucking perk.
So let's fast forward now to the story.
Now to the fucking quarry.
To the quarry.
Does it actually have to do with the quarry?
It's the stream. Yeah, it's Spring Creek.
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 How do you
Spring
pronounce it?
Creek.
Spring Creek. Creek. Spelled like creek.
I'm doing it for humor.
Creek.
Spring Creek. It runs across the road from my parents' house and the other neighbors. So Lynn and I, in fact, a lot of my friends would come over, and we were probably like in 5th or 6th grade, and there was a bridge, and it was a low bridge, and the stream was very low. It wasn't high, thank God. And if my kids found out my kids did this now, I'd kill them.
Right?
Because I'm just overprotective. But Lynn and I would go down and spend hours, and Nancy, we were trying to take bigger rocks and build a bridge, like build a walkway across the stream, because we could have just walked through it with our sneakers because it wasn't very high. So I'm bent over putting one down, and these are like big rocks. Lynn says, Kelly, here, and she was throwing the rock at me, nailed me in the head with a rock, not a stone, a rock, nailed me.
Jesus Christ.
She felt bad about it, really bad. Like she wrote about it in my yearbook.
Did you need like stitches for that?
No,
okay.
But a rock, wham, in the back of the head.
Speaking of streams, those of you that grew up around, you never went to Miller's Pond.
No.
So my friends and I found out about this gem, I think in college, senior year of high school or somewhere around there. So the property, and they used to have a pool. It was all grown up. They'd taken the water out, but the pool was still there, like very dangerous, like with shit growing up out of it. And you would cut through these people's property and get to a pond, and there was like a rope swing, and like, and we'd go skinny dipping there and get high, right?
It wasn't murky, was it? It's gross.
No, it was great. It was a fast moving stream, like not a kill you fast moving, but like, you know. And so, in one time, and there was like a rock bridge, like a big sheet of rock, like a little. We used it as a bridge, but it was like a little waterfall. Here's my naked ass walking across. I fucking slipped.
Oh yeah, the slippery.
Down I went, and I thought, oh my God, I have to go to the hospital. I'm fucking naked in a pond. Like how is this going to shake out? Incidentally, new people moved in, and
they were not humored.
Their signs posted, and it's done. I mean, you could get in from the opposite side, but it involved a little hike through the woods, which I was having no parts of. Also, I mean, I didn't want to be penalized, by law, which the signs threatened. Because I mean, they don't want to be legally responsible, and I think too. Like we were always respectful, and like if we had beer cans and shit, we took that with us. But we would get there at times, and there'd be all kinds of other all kinds of people use this place.
I mean, the audacity that they didn't have a trash can out there for you.
They probably should have. I mean, but some people didn't clean up after themselves, so they had to put the crack down, and now
the crackdown.
They had to crack down on it.
They had
to smack down the crackdown. So no more of that.
One other thing that happened this week is Sean had his junior prom.
Ah,
and he went with a group of friends. It was very fun. He loved it. Did some dance moves. I didn't really watch them because the dance moves were out in the lobby where the prom was. I'm not
in the lobby.
I don't understand. I'm not. It's great and the kids love it and it's tradition. Obviously, I'm talking about our particular high schools. Junior prom is always at the high school in the lobby, not in the gymnasium where there's a little bit more room, but in the lobby, right in front of the auditorium main door. So I mean, there's space, but there were 200 kids there, and you don't wear you don't eat dinner, and you don't wear tux. Guys don't wear tuxes, but the girls get dressed, boutonnieres go, bouquets go. So that's still part of it, but it's like a dressed down kind of junior prom. Like our junior prom, we didn't get a meal, but we all went out if you wanted to beforehand, but the guys wore tuxedos. We had nice, like, the
our
prom
friend's
dresses
mom
on.
had us over for dinner and made us a nice dinner.
And some people did that. And
I went with a group, like, both times.
Right. And then senior year at our high school back in the 80s, it was at a venue. Like, ours was at the Elks. So
that's where ours was.
You went, you had your picture taken.
And that was back in the day when they didn't breathalyze your ass. Now
right.
they breathalyze you.
I'm going to get to that. So, and we had a sit-down meal. For seniors, you had a sit-down meal. It wasn't a buffet. It was a sit-down meal. You were served, like,
nice. No,
a wedding. So, So Patrick had mentioned this, but I thought it was only at an away venue because his was at the Franklin Institute. His senior year prom, they breathalyzed the kids. So I walk out of the library door because some of the parents...
I mean, did they breathalyze the parents?
No.
Because I'm among the parents who would need to be breathalyzed. Well,
okay, let's backtrack. No parents were allowed, but some of the kids from Sean's class, parents could stay if they wanted to. We had a room, especially because some of the kids don't. They get overstimulated with all the loud noise of the music. So I looked out into the lobby area, and there were the principal, the assistant principal, and some other staff that were chaperoning, breathalyzing with their little gloves on. breathalyzing each of the kids.
What the fuck do they have gloves on?
Because you're by somebody's mouth. It's like,
okay.
So they had rubber gloves on. And taking the rubber gloves off, putting new ones on, doing the breath.
Each time?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You don't want somebody to get sick. So I was
like, a lot of rubber gloves.
There's a lot of rubber gloves. I totally forgot that they breath. And our school's not the only one. All the schools around here, that's what they do now before dances.
Because they learned
breathalyzers.
Because of people like me that were getting loaded before the prom.
Like, why can't you wait till afterwards?
Well, we were going out in the parking lot having smokes and like having little drinks, a little drinky drink.
Oh, that's the other thing. You can't leave. Once you're at the prom, you can't leave. You can't leave.
We had that rule.
You can't even leave early. And
we weren't supposed to be outside, but we would go out and smoke because they didn't want us smoking. And they're like, you have to come back in. We're like, we're just having a smoke. Well, let us smoke by the door then. We won't have to do the parking lot.
But no, you're not allowed to leave because shenanigans happen. So once you're there until the end of it. And you have to be willing to stay. You have to, my understanding is you have to stay.
You're committed.
Yeah, you're committed.
It was great. Those of you that are friends with me on Facebook saw the conversation I had with Sean. So when he decided he was going to the prom, I get this phone call, and he wants to know if we're available on Saturday night. And my answer is always maybe till I find out. You know, I want to know why. You want to know before I answer you. So why? Do you and Joe want to go to the prom with me? I was like, B-Man. We call him B-Man. Anyway, Sean Bradley, and we started calling him B-Man. Anyways, then we call him B-Man.
John gave him that. Says it's his rap name.
No, Joe started calling him that.
Oh.
Yeah, Joe started calling him B-Man. I forget how it started.
Oh, John calls him Sean B. That's his rap name.
Sean B. And then, so it was Sean B. And then Joe started calling him B-Man. Anyway, I'm like, B-Man, it doesn't work that way. Like, you don't take your aunt and uncle to the prom. And he's like, I'm sorry, anyway. Like, you don't have to be sorry for it. It's fine. So then, and then we fast forward, and then he wants to know, would we like to come? Like, he called me, I think, Friday then, and was like, do you guys want to come see me before the prom? He asked us also, we want to come watch it. Oh, will we come watch him dance? And I was like, again, it doesn't work that way. I'm like, this is not a talent show. Like, it's not a talent show. You go and you enjoy. He
got his groove on.
I'm sure he did. And then the next one was we want to come see him before he went out when he was all dressed up. But we were out, so we already had a plan.
His friends had a great time. They all had a great time.
That's
good.
And
all the kids looked sharp, very nicely dressed. Having a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, so we're at about an hour, and so we're going to wrap that up. But before we go, hang on, people. So I'm going to, excuse my fat arm. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, so that is how you can't see.
Oh, there.
I mean, you can't really tell. They look so beautiful, but you can't see them.
Yeah, the glare, but they are really
There's
pretty.
A glare,
they're in like
so
full bloom.
They're in full bloom. These are like a reddish coral color, and then we have hot pink out front. They're all different ones. Anyway.
You want to take them out and show them hot
No,
pink?
no. So, okay, so episode 25.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining in. We appreciate all of you that watch, and we also appreciate all the fun little memes and the little things that people send us. Oh, wait, which reminds me, wait. Because Wendy sent me that thing yesterday of the squirrel who, like, oh my God, what was it? She was like, I'm going to have to rewatch it and come back to it. But the squirrel was, like, in this woman's window, like, all the time, and she was like, I feel like I'm being held hostage.
And you can see the squirrel. I mean, it's live video of the squirrel, like
in the
staring
window.
at her.
And I think that, and so, yeah, from what I got, because there's a lot of talking going on, I was trying to watch this, so what I think was, she was feeding it nuts, and then would come and just hang out at the fucking various windows. And then she's like, I walked out here in my underwear, like, I felt like I forget what she said. It was funny.
What is her problem?
It was a joke, like joking about the squirrel. Like,
oh, I thought she went out in her underwear to feed the squirrel.
She was in their house, walking in her underwear, and then like the squirrel was at the window, like literally standing up at the window, like
a peeping Tom,
right? And she was like, "I feel violated. Like, I can't walk around like this." It was great. It was a great little video.
The squirrel's gonna go get the rest of the clan.
They're all gonna gather. Could you imagine? I mean, could you imagine walking out like a fucking herd of squirrels?
Well, they're not a herd.
A gaggle of squirrels. I don't know what you call them. A group of squirrels, like at the window watching.
Look up what a group of squirrels is called.
It's not a gaggle. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.